Good
evening.
Welcome to our first day's vlog.
Yeah.
Or end of first day's pillow talk. As you can see, we're not on the bed because we have a lovely suite with a massive sofa, so we thought we might as well take advantage of it. No, a lovely sort of
backdrop
freeze behind us today. It's been a really good experience, wasn't it? We got to the port just before 9.
Just before 9, yeah.
Queued with CPS parking for a little bit, and then went into the terminal pretty much just for 9 o'clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just after 9.
Our check-in time was 9. Unfortunately, they had some sort of computer system issue, didn't they? So there was a lot of people hanging around waiting. They eventually got it sorted out, and fortunately we were one of the first people to be called because we've got a suite, so we were gold tickets. So it's a little bit different at Portsmouth, isn't it? We just check in and then go through security, and then get on a bus.
Get on a bus to take you to the ship.
Takes you to the ship. A little bit of a steep gangplank, but not too bad, was it?
Well, you're in the middle of the ferry terminal.
Yeah.
So a cross-channel ferry one side, and a German cruise ship the other.
Met by a long line of lovely young gentlemen that were waiting there to take you to your cabin, weren't they?
Yep.
So that was nice. Very friendly. Carried your bag for you.
Carried my bag for me, yeah.
Which was lovely. So yeah, we've got a fantastic suite. You'd have probably seen a bit of it in this video. I will do a proper room tour tomorrow probably. But yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, stunning. It's lovely.
I mean, it's a bit tired, but it's a very old ship, so it's to be expected really, but the space, it's like nothing we've ever had before.
Oh.
Is it?
Bathroom's huge.
Massive bathroom. You actually fit both of us in there.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Easily. You could have a party in there.
Have a party in there.
Yeah.
And we've had a complimentary bottle of wine, but it's red wine and we don't drink red wine, so we're either, if we see our cabin, we haven't actually seen our cabin steward yet, have we?
No.
If we see it, we're going to ask if we can change it. If not, we'll just take it home. I'm sure somebody will drink it. We've got tea and coffee maker facilities in here, but there was no milk.
Got some now.
We had to phone down and ask.
Phone down there.
Minibar was locked. Not that we wanted the minibar, but we wanted the fridge for water for Mark. So we rang up and asked for milk and asked if they could open the fridge, which they did pretty quickly.
Yeah, they come up really quickly.
Cabin's in a really good position. I mean, the ship's tiny, so anywhere really is pretty much a good position, isn't it? You haven't got to walk far anywhere.
Handy for muster.
Very handy for muster. Muster was an experience.
If you've
very different. Sorry, just switching arms. Very different to P&O. I thought I'd read somebody had some really bad experiences, and I thought it was going to be very long and painful. It was actually over in about 20 minutes, wasn't it? We waited. Normally we go early and sit and wait, because on P&O there's always people left with standing room only, basically, isn't there? And you can't stand for too long with your knees. Because it was such a small ship, we thought we'd risk it. So we waited till they sounded the alarm. Literally walked down one flight of stairs.
One down the flight, yeah.
And we were at our muster station pretty much. You got seated according to which lifeboat you were assigned. You had to wear your life jacket. And then once they'd done a roll call, they basically shouted out all the cabin numbers. Then you had to put on your life jacket and walk to your lifeboat and stand under your lifeboat, so you know where it is, you know where to go. But it was alright actually, wasn't it? It was a bit of a laugh. We didn't have far to go, fortunately, and we didn't have to tackle any stairs, did we? Because we were on the same deck, which was fortunate. And then we quickly realised that our lifeboat is actually very near a set of stairs that takes us right up to our cabin.
Right next to our cabin.
Right next to our cabin, so that was really handy. Yeah, what else have we done? We just explored the ship a bit more. We had lunch we went to lunch in a buffet.
But you just couldn't get a seat.
So I said to Mark, let's try the main dining room, because I I was pretty sure I'd read that it was buffet style at lunch and breakfast, I think it is. So we went down, we asked for a table for 2, only 2, and he took us to a table for 4 because he said it would give Mark more leg room because Mark had his stick with him. And then they plonked somebody else with us, which was just slightly annoying. But it was alright, we survived, didn't we? And then
that's when I asked that.
We asked, we saw there was a steakhouse restaurant, and we'd been put on a table of 6 for dinner. If you've seen our previous vlogs, you know we don't really like table sharing for numerous reasons. So we saw the steakhouse, which was an extra charge. So we thought, well, we'll maybe book that for the formal night. So you asked one of the... Is he a waiter?
Yeah, one of the waiters.
Asked one of the waiters, and he said, I'll go off and check. Because he said, I think it might be booked for tonight.
Yeah, something like that.
Then, was it the head waiter or was it restaurant manager?
Deputy, I would say.
Deputy manager. Came and apologised and said, but the steakhouse isn't open on 2-night cruises. So then Mark explained our issue. And
the table of 6.
Yeah, and our problems with sharing. And he said, oh, well, let me have your cabin number and you know, what would you prefer? And we said, well, ideally a table for 2, but we know that's going to be tricky. So he said, I'll go away and see what I can do. And I'll let you know. This afternoon we had a card through the door, didn't we, saying that they'd given us a table for 2. So we were incredibly lucky. I did notice with all the suite information that you can request, as part of the suite benefits, is you can request a change of table. So whether that had something to do with it or we were just lucky anyway, I don't know. But we had dinner tonight and it was lovely, wasn't it?
Absolutely beautiful.
Actually really impressed with the food. The lunchtime buffet was actually really good.
Not as much choice.
Not a huge amount of choice, no, but I mean, what there
adequate.
was lovely.
Yeah.
I had some sort of breaded
tilapia.
Tilapia, I couldn't think how to pronounce it, which was actually really tasty. And some mashed potatoes and the cauliflower cheese, broccoli bake.
That was lovely.
What did you have? Beef stew?
Beef stew and mash.
And then he had lots of little cakes and fresh fruit and cheeses
and biscuits,
and crackers and things. It was actually really good, wasn't it? But and you got waiter service, or you had to go up and get your food. But you know they would get you wine, or they got water, what have you, and obviously cleared your plates away and things. So actually, I think you're probably better off, if you don't mind table sharing, better off going to the main dining room for lunch. I think it's such a small ship. But we've actually been really impressed with the quality of the food, haven't we?
Yeah. Tonight's dinner was lovely.
It was really lovely. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised, and not huge portions. We don't, I mean, obviously we're big, but we don't actually
eat a lot.
Eat huge portions. We really don't. So we're actually pleasantly surprised. I mean, we had 4 courses.
Yeah.
And we didn't come away absolutely stuffed. We were just pleasantly full, weren't we? Yeah. Got anything else to add? What are your first impressions?
I'm loving it, actually. Like the small ship. The other thing I've noticed with smaller ships, the staff are friendlier.
Yes, you did say that, actually. They seemed very happy on here. Really lovely. Both waiters introduced themselves, told us where they were from, didn't they? The wine waitress was really lovely. Yeah, they all seemed really happy, really friendly, quite funny. When we were walking into the restaurant this evening, I don't know if you heard him, there was a guy behind us, one of the waiters, leading somebody else in because it was a bit of a queue. He kept going, and I turned around and laughed at him. It was just really funny. It's quite comedic on here. But yeah.
There's one waiter singing this lunchtime.
Oh yeah, he was singing.
Yeah,
they seem really lovely. I haven't met our cabin steward, as I said. I don't know. Things seem to appear when we've been out. First the canapes appeared, and then we went out and came back and a fruit bowl had appeared. So I don't know whether they introduce themselves here. Maybe they don't.
No.
Or we've just happened to miss them every time they've
tried to say.
Anyway, this has gone on. It's going to be a really long video if I put all this with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Might have to split this one in 2. So yeah, if this is day 1 part 2, you know why? It's because we rambled on for too long. It's a Rouen tomorrow. There's a free shuttle, isn't there?
Yeah.
I don't know what time we're planning on.
When we're ready.
When we're ready.
Yeah.
Get up and go.
Spend a bit of time in Rouen.
Yeah. Just have a wander around.
Mm-hmm.
Weather looks good. So,
Did look good.
Well, when I checked this morning, it looked good.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's not that great at the moment.
Don't be pessimistic. It's lovely out there.
Well, it's trying to rain.
Wasn't trying.
Anyway, we're rambling now. So.
Wasn't trying to rain. I mean, it tried to rain when we left. Didn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, shut up.
Shut up. Go to bed. Bedtime.
You shrunk.
Oh, it's the pillows.
You've started. We sat Mark on, perched him up on pillows to try and match the height a bit, and you've sort of slunk down the longer we've been talking. Anyway, we've had too many cocktails. I've only had one glass of wine more than you.
That's all it takes.
Okay.
Good night.
We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.